but you promised me the earth, and you only broke my heart. It's always over now. Does it never last very long? Were the feelings that I had ever right, or was it wrong? To think that love should last was mistaken on my part. But you promised me the earth, and you only broke my heart. Good evening. I hope you haven't been hearing me munch on my carrots for the last few minutes. You shouldn't have, but if you have, terribly sorry. But welcome back to another stream. First comment I see when I pop it up: what the hell is this turgid music? I've been playing like some old Eurovision songs, so I mean, if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But it's been like a little bit of a Eurovision radio for all of you waiting for the stream to actually get going here. Yeah, that's basically it. Today there's been another rehearsal. I don't really know like the what's kind of been going on today, but I assume that we've got some more clips on my or not on my on YouTube basically that we can see. WLGT, you ask when is the next watch along? I don't know, like after Eurovision for sure, but we'll do more later on, but not before. Like now we're just in the middle of Eurovision 2023, and that's all I have time to really focus on at the moment. So yeah, and well, let's see what's happened today. Um, I forgive you. Forgive me? Okay. All right. Um, okay. We're gonna. I was thinking like there might be. Should we read the blog thing that's been going on today, or should we? Because from what I can see, I found the rehearsals roundup video on YouTube, and it's basically only 3 minutes long. So I guess that not that many countries have actually performed today. Let's do that. Why is it so incredibly dark in here? I don't know. I'm terribly sorry about that. It should not be this dark. Too bright. Yeah, too bright. Too bright. This thing with the napkin that someone told me about. I'm not sure if I'm completely sold on the concept. It's a nice idea, but everything gets really dark in here. Okay, let's see. People are actually answering what's happened today. It's the first five from semifinal two's second rehearsal, and the big five plus Ukraine's first rehearsal. Okay, good. Um, so I guess we're gonna take a look. What's happened first today? Uh, it seems like the second rehearsal for the five first songs from Semi 2 was the first thing to happen today. So I assume that that's what we're going to do first. We're just going to check those clips, and then we'll get through the images and like small clips from TikTok, I guess, on for the what's it called? For the big five and stuff like that. Do you ever open your blinds, mate? Yeah, but if I open them now, you can see right out, and I don't want to. I don't want that. So yeah. But yes, sometimes I open them. Sometimes. Um, Grew the thing which could make you love Southern Lights even more is that they yesterday attended live Liverpool's game in EPL against Fulham. Not really, because I'm an Everton supporter. I don't really like they shouldn't pay tickets to go to Anfield, you know. They should go see Everton, but then again, then they would probably just see a very miserable event. Hope they enjoyed it, I guess. um does anybody know if TikToks of Big Five plus Ukraine are out? No, well I don't at least. But we'll figure everything out. For the moment though, sorry. I think we're just gonna get right into it with watching the rehearsals from today, like the five that we have a clip from. So let's make sure that I open everything correctly here on screen. It should look like nothing happened. There we go. All right. Give me a few. Moving everything over here. And we're moving this like that. All right, looks good. I got my headphones ready. Where are my headphones? Oh God, terribly sorry about this. Here we go. All right. Basically, we got 5 songs. We're gonna have the same concept as we had yesterday. That we're just gonna play. I'm gonna pause between every song. I think you can kind of see. Yeah, they're kind of time stamped here as well. And we'll basically just pause after all of them, and then say some spontaneous ideas and thoughts. I'm kind of excited to see Armenia. If I understand correctly, it's I got the blog up here as well, so I can see it's Denmark, Armenia, Romania, Estonia, and Belgium. Um, like from judging from those photos that we saw earlier on, Armenia is the one that I'm interested in here. I'd say Estonia could be good. Belgium is, we know that it's going to be a pretty good performance. But yeah, we'll see what we got. I think we should just get right to it. I hope the audio will be good. I haven't changed anything from yesterday, so it should work just fine. I think we should just get right to it. So enjoy. I just realized I haven't put the audio on for you. Wow, I'm an idiot. Do you want to listen to her?
Antho in the arena in Liverpool, and it is
Louder?
the end
Yeah,
of day
well,
2
obviously.
of our second rehearsals with the
I hadn't put the
artists in
sound
full
on.
costume. They are testing out their
Mistake on my
props.
part.
And I have to say, it's been a
Can happen.
quieter day in the arena, but the performances are still amazing. Now, this right here is your first look at what the performances will look like through the TV cameras on the big night. Now, all of our artists have chosen 30 exclusive seconds of their second rehearsal to share with you all. So enjoy.
All right. Not a very interesting performance altogether. Oh, I don't want to start off being negative, but it's not really hooking me. Of course, it's easier to hook me when I click with the song. Not a lot of creative ideas being thrown in here. It's very just kind of by the books, and I mean, there's no issue with that. Um, it's just that I probably like this isn't really like something that invites a lot. It's just like massive shots. Look at this grand stage, grand arena, and then he's very on his own here, very isolated. There's not a lot going on. He has to carry all of it on his own. As we saw from the photos and like the small clips from earlier, there was some nice interaction with this kind of prop that they got on stage. Obviously, they've chosen a part of the song here where it's not incorporated at all into the performance, which is kind of strange, I guess, because this part that we've seen now, it feels very empty, especially like when you have the wide shots. It's a nice like backdrop and everything, but it's not really something that completely like wakes you up is a bad expression, but to really like grab your attention. I think this one's just gonna kind of pass by. Um, and at the end of everything, I don't think that there's going to be enough to really like leave an impression with this one, unless the verses and the earlier parts of the song really has something interesting going on, especially with the prop here. The camera work could absolutely be a bit playful here with the prop as well earlier on in the song. I think like the opening part of this rehearsal clip, there are some close-ups, some interaction with the camera here. Um, I guess that's somewhat nice, but then like all of these shots of just kind of spectating him, yeah, not really too interesting. This color palette is not for me, but I guess it kind of fits the song with all of this pink and the green with that. I think that this is a really like it's not my kind of shade of green. Let's just say that much. But yeah, I guess it fits the kind of aspect of the song somewhat. Don't really have much to say on that. Let's move on to Armenia.
Future lover, I hope it all comes naturally. I hope our love is quiet outside but loud inside, oh baby. Future lover, this song I wrote for you. This song I wrote for you, my future lover. I decide to be good, to go loco. I decide to be good, to go
Hmm. That's a nice image composition altogether here. There's never a moment where they actually pan away from her. She's like the constant center of attention here. No wide shots, no nothing. It's just like the cuts are just alternating between the different like different sides of her still being in the close up and the main focus, which is really nice. Also like how the backdrop here changes the thing she's sitting on. Oh, sorry. How it's actually fading out in color here and goes completely like grayscale basically. It's a nice touch. There's some imagery and like some effects on it. Quite nice. I think that they utilize shadows quite well. And I think probably the standout part of it is probably like the vocals sound really great. I'd say there's a nice like mixture with the backing vocals as well. They combine really nicely, at least when you hear it in headphones. I'd say, and I think she has a very like commanding approach to work with the camera as well. She knows that she is the center of attention in this performance, and that absolutely shows. I think it looks very professional and very um, well thought out and also well executed. Let's just listen to this kind of chorus part vocally again because I think there's a nice tone in it. I would have probably like wished for a little bit of a more like a brighter essence at the very top, but I think as the song progresses, we'll really get into those warmer notes in it as well. But let's just listen to it once again.
for you, my future
The
lover.
piano arrangement is really coming to light here as well.
I decide to be good, to go loco. I decide to be good, to go loco.
There's like such a clear intonation in it. I'm actually not having an issue with it whatsoever. I think it sounds really lovely. And I also think there's a very it's a very clear vocal performance when you listen to it like this. All of the pronunciation is really there. The intonation vocally, both melodically, lyrically, and rhythmically, is really poignant here. And I think it has just a wonderful flow. It also works really well with the backdrop. I really like the song on its own, but I think it really comes to life when you hear it live performed, and especially when you see it with such a complete kind of staging package. I'm just really looking forward to see how they're gonna continue throughout this song because if she's just gonna be sitting on this prop for 3 minutes, it's gonna get really like old very fast. But I think they're probably gonna do some kind of nice interaction with it later on, I guess. Um, Standard parts so far, I'd say, is probably like the camera shots are really great, and no wide shots or no nothing like that. It's very um, I can really appreciate that. I think it's very ambitious to actually just allow the cameras to be a bit more playful here, not just scatter around different camera shots to just kind of, oh, we need to make a camera cut here. What should we film? Let's just film something random. There's a purpose to each shot here, kind of similar to what Latvia had yesterday. There's a purpose for the shots. It's not just we need to film it. How should we do it? Let's just take something by the books. This is very this is actually planned out and executed in just the right way, I'd say. Nice one from Armenia. We're moving on to Romania. All right. So Romania, this is a bit strange because when we saw the images and everything, we thought this was going to be pretty like crazy and out there. But this entire clip, there was basically nothing going on in this, which is quite strange. Like the minute I think of this song, I associate it with just wacky staging and a lot of creative ideas and a lot of just intense things happening all the time. there's nothing going on here. He has to carry this whole package on its own. It's really like they just manifested minimalism, maybe because they've been criticized. I don't know, from their original staging idea, but there's basically nothing. We've seen from the images, of course, that there is stuff going on, especially in the backdrop for this song. But from this clip, we saw none of that. And I'm kind of just confused. Like the lights are a bit all over the place. They're trying to synchronize it a little bit with the beat, but it's not something that's really that tangible because there are no real contrasts within color or lighting. He has to basically carry everything here. And yeah, I'm not clicking with this. I think it looks very unprepared and probably like a bit of like a not a lack of idea, but it's just kind of filler. I'd say this kind of stage concept really altogether. Not clicking with this at all. It feels very unfinished. It's only rehearsal days, but I don't really think the concept is that what's it called? Not impressive, but inviting or engaging. I'd say probably like it's not something that will interest anyone. It's he has to carry all of this on his own. And I mean, he is charismatic, he sings well, but I don't think that's enough. I think out of this world. There's no backing vocals whatsoever in this, and she just carries all of that persona and character in her sole voice on top of this and really hammers home the power. Like the music isn't that like what's it called? Like that intense or really like driving at all. It's basically just she is the one who's dragging this all the way and pushing it forward, and it's very impressive. Nice how it starts off like this with the close camera cut and or close camera shot, and it's like spinning around her. She has the constant what's it called? Constant attention to the camera as well. Moves into this segment. Lovely like effect on the backdrop, how everything is lit up for the final part here. Nice little walking sequence here, I guess. It's all about her, and that's really what they're trying to hammer home. And it's really nice how they're actually arranging it that way. Also lovely how she's incorporating some kind of choreography to it as well. It's very ambitious, and I'm very fond of it. I think they did really well here. Probably like a bit lacking of darker tones, I'd say. Like I expected her to be more shadow, more black, but it's very bright. Um, I mean, it's like a lot of spots to really like light up everything. A lot of like, do you call it glitter or whatever? But like a lot of lights everywhere. And then of course this backdrop is very bright, and it's also like illuminated from the sides as well, which makes it even more bright. It's not that contrastive. It's a lot of brighter tones, um, which I guess is a bit unexpected. I would have probably assumed that there would be more attention to being a bit more dynamic in terms of color, like really showcasing contrast. I don't think it's an issue, but maybe some darker tones might actually happen in the earlier parts of the song. Who knows? But I'm a bit surprised that it looks so bright. Still, the vocals are what really works here, and I like the ambition that they have for her being like so confident in it as well. And there's actually a very like there's a great idea with actually incorporating choreography and such as well. I think it works nice. Estonia's doing good. Belgium, I think we're gonna be in for another good one, I guess. Hmm. Belgium's good, you know. I think he's fantastic live. Like the vocals are really great. A lot of good vocal performances today. Like ones that are really, really convincing. He's very charismatic. They have a lovely like incorporation of everyone on stage as well. How they work together. It's a very fun show. It's a fun like characteristic performance that you will remember. The colors are absolutely something that will stick with you as well. Something that I think is like during this part. Wait, I'm actually gonna put on the audio here so you can listen. Um, like he's being completely overshadowed by the backing vocals here. You can hear his vocals are so distinct and clear here, and when that chorus really kicks in, all you can kind of distinguish are the backing vocals because they come in with such immediate effect, and his microphone is kind of low in comparison to them. He's still like the main vocal, but when they join in there, he's being very over, what do you call it, like not overshadowed, I guess, but there's another word. But yeah, basically they're much more audible than he is when they join in there. I think they're not really like going for the whole backing vocal approach. It's more like a, not a duet, of course, but it's like a collective ensemble of vocal harmonies here, more than them just backing him up. And I think that's a bit strange. I think his vocals should really be like the central part throughout the whole thing. It's good when he's doing his own vocal harmonization here later and really going like on his own vocal melodies and runs like that. Because then he's distinguished. But when they all sing the exact same kind of melody there, oh yeah, drowned out. Thank you, Alipon. That's absolutely what you should say. Yeah, drowned out. His vocals get really drowned out when everyone is singing in unison. And I think that should probably be looked at because I do really think that he should be the standout vocal, the vocal track in this. Nice as well with choreography, nice concepts everywhere. Like the colors as well. How they're also using pink on the sides here. It's quite a nice tone to it. Works well with the white and black as well, I'd say. It's a performance I think you'll remember, and it's just competently put together. So well done, Belgium. It's kind of what we expected, I'd say. I hope there's a lot of incorporation with the props as well. Camera work is not really that interesting altogether. It's very much by the books, kind of like Denmark was, and Romania too, for that matter. But yeah.
Well, that's it for today, but don't forget to join us tomorrow for our next group of rehearsals.
All right, that was a short little outro. But yeah, that's it, I guess, for these. Like, there are so few songs to talk about now. There were only five, but yeah, Armenia is the one here. I'd say the massive standout, and I think Estonia and Belgium are good. Denmark and Romania, maybe not really for me, I guess. That's how I would consider these. Armenia's the massive standout for me personally, and Estonia did really well, and Belgium did what they should have done. Denmark a bit flat, not really too interesting, and Romania just very lacking of anything. I'm a bit surprised because kind of what I thought about it was that it's going to be just a lot of crazy ideas being scattered all over and really like rely on that, but they didn't really do that. So yeah, do we have anything else we should talk about these songs? We're gonna move on to the Big Five and Ukraine, of course, and I'll think we'll just head to the blog for that. And as we can see from the very first post from today, it's day 5 and we're back. Good morning, Europe, and welcome to the Eurovision Live blog for day 5. It's a day of two halves today. This morning it's another round of second rehearsals, which we've seen. Then after lunch, it's time for the first rehearsal from the Big Five and last year's winner, Ukraine. It's Heidi keeping you company again today, sharing backstage breaking news and second rehearsal updates this morning, then heading back to the green room later when the Big Five are on stage. Stay with us. So, yeah, we had some rehearsals that we checked out yesterday. We got another dog. We'll be sharing some more exclusive studio shots of the artist completing for the second rehearsal today, but it's very important to start the day on the right foot, or in this case, 4 paws. Please welcome Spud to the Liverpool Arena. He's another very good boy member of the Eurovision Sniffer dog team. You can pat him later, but he's busy working right now. I'm very surprised they didn't work in a joke about sniffing or smelling like an animal here. But yeah, I hate the way that they spell boy. It's like Avril Lavigne all over again, but they're really trying to hammer this home with being. I don't know what the attitude they want to transmit with this is. Is it a cute way of spelling it? I don't know, but it looks dumb. Denmark are back on stage. um, yeah, we're gonna ignore all of this basically, because we saw the clips now, so I'm gonna ignore all of that. Um, Out with Pikachu, in with SpongeBob. All right, well, at least he's making a fun experience of this. That's something. Um, oh yeah, I forgot about Estonia. They're gonna have the piano, and this is very darkly lit as well. Okay, so the opening part will probably look more to what I expected than that later part of the song. So yeah, it's nice. By the way, Theodore Andre, yeah, I saw that just now, World Sorry. um, Boy is part of the tryhard wholesome vocabulary. What's that supposed to mean? I have no idea. It's the internet way of spelling it. Oh, please don't make me puke. Hush Groot, don't manifest the sniffing jokes. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't give them any ideas. Uh, don't think Belgium looks much better than Romania, but the fandom is already biased in favor of Gustav, I guess. I couldn't care less. I don't like either song really that much. If it's just for the song, then maybe I actually prefer Romania. But Belgium has more going for it. There's more going on stage. Like what we saw from Romania from these 30 seconds, there wasn't really much to go off staging wise. It's very by the books, and at least Belgium had some incorporation. They had a choreography, and they had something planned out. They have props, nice coloring, and everything. I felt like Romania was very one note, and I know we can expect more from the full package, but that clip was not really showcasing anything. Just my 2 cents. Really. More images and schedule change. Okay, this is entirely our fault, but the schedule we gave you this morning has changed. Germany, well, I don't really care, so. Oh, they're rehearsing before lunch. Yeah, sure. It's the first rehearsal time for the Big Five and last year's winner, Ukraine. So we're back in the arena green room to share a first look at what they're each bringing to the Eurovision party. We'll also post some photos later, and yeah, we know all about that. Germany first up in about 10 minutes. We got some Armenia. We got Germany. Here we go. Okay, so of course we haven't read anything about these artists yet, so that's what we're gonna do for these 6, basically. Our first Big Five rehearsal today is from Germany's Lord of the Lost. They're a genre-fluid rock band with a big following in Germany, and when they leave Liverpool, they're off to support Iron Maiden on tour. As claims to fame go, that's pretty impressive. We're in the arena and ready for blood, glitter, and presumably a metric ton of pyro. And I just realized that I should absolutely move this because now we're not watching the videos anymore. So here you go, so you can actually see what it says. Sorry about that. Fun fact, lead singer Chris has given us our favorite answer to our question about his worst fashion or hair disaster. Never had one. If my hair looks shit, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Well, that's one attitude to have. Lovely. However you feel about this kind of rock music, however you feel about this kind of rock music, and what's not to love, frankly, Blood and Glitter is a stand-up performance from a band who are absolute masters of the big stage. The band are raised up on the metal scaffold in a triangle formation with red and black LEDs, and oh no spoilers, come on, stop it. I don't want to know, I want to see. Well, I guess we'll wait for when we can see. Germany gallery is up. Here we go. So what we'll do is we'll open this in a new page, and then I'll open the rest of the gallery in this page, and then we'll do the same for the TikToks, I guess. All right, can we see the images? Oh, here we go. Massive props. Let's see. Yeah, this is a nice layout. They've lowered the lamp supports here to really like make everything kind of confined at the bottom. Nice use of the spots here. Like these, what do you even call them? Like the not you call them like cylinder lights. I don't know what you call them, but they look nice regardless. And it's also like a nice shape to everything, like this triangle and how it's actually aligned with the backdrop here as well, kind of creating some color and contrast with that. it looks like the drums are up on like a pedestal of some sort. I'm not sure. It's like is it two drum kits or does he have something else? It kind of looks like there's a synth or something here. So it's nice if they're like a bit playful with the layout, and of course all of the pyro is a nice touch as well. Let's see. That's a lot of red. Doesn't really showcase much. Not so sure about that. That's a lot of hair. Not really showcasing much. Um, nice use of shadows here. Yeah. Okay. So the keyboardist and or synth player, or whatever you'd like to call him, he's on one pedestal. The drummer is on one. Guitar and bass on the sides, and the singer in the middle. It's a nice layout. Like it's very symmetrically pleasing, I'd say. And I like how they're actually incorporating like a vertical approach to it, not just having everyone flat out as a band, because they're actually incorporating. It gives it like a 3D tone to it, I guess. Or maybe it's no, it's two-dimensional, isn't it? I think you get what I mean. The vertical asset of it is quite strong, I'd say. Well, he looks very determined. Oh, and that's a very flashy guitar. It's like has this bit framework. Very interesting. Um, that's a very wooden. No, wait. Oh, was he the? Are they both guitarists, or is it the same guy? Wait, it's the same guy, isn't it? So his guitar can look like that, and it can also look like that. Interesting. Hmm. All right. Yeah, nice incorporation of the flames here as well. Love this dark lighting at the top as well, how everything's kind of filtered out here for this part. This looks really great. I'm happy for Germany. It looks really great. I like this a lot. Um, yeah, that's good. It's very, very good. Happy for Germany. Can't wait to see the clip of that as well. Let's see what's next up. We're gonna save, or should we just go for the clip right away? Or should we do it in order? Yeah, let's read about France first, and then everyone can have time to answer when I'm done reading here. First up, first up. Oh yeah, it's afternoon now. Okay, yeah, okay. It's France up first to rehearse this afternoon with Chantus Lazara singing. What does this mean? Sorry, my English is not that good. I don't know. I've never seen this word before. Chantus Lazara singing Évidemment. It's sung in French in the most French way imaginable, and then the whole thing goes joyfully disco. We may have to put down the laptop so we can have a dance around. Fun fact, the weirdest thing a fan has ever given Lazara is a pillow with both our faces printed on it. Can you imagine? Don't think we'd ever sleep again. Well, that's a creative idea, I guess. Oh, wait, we could actually read about Lord of the Lost. Like, could we do that? Like, was it actually linked? No, it wasn't. They didn't have a link to Lord of the Lost, but they have one for France, so I guess they have their priorities here. Alright, let's see what's said about Lazara. Hold on to your disco balls, Lazara is bringing Hollywood glamour to Eurovision. Self-taught musician, this chanteuse channels the style of Audrey Hepburn and Marilyn Monroe with a healthy dose of Edith Piaf's sense of tragedy. Also added for good measure is a sprinkling of Lady Gaga's postmodernism, the result a timeless Parisian disco queen. Lazara penned her Eurovision entry to Évidemment alongside writer Benny Adam, with legendary producers Banks and Ranks, who have been responsible for mega hits performed by the likes of David Guetta, Dua Lipa, and Ellie Goulding. Watch their mother perform from home will be Lazara's two Sphinx cats and her parrot. Oh, watching their okay, all right, sure, why not? Chanteuse is singer in French. Okay, so it's not my English that's an issue. It's my French. We already knew that. Do all photos and then all clips. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're waiting with the clips then. But Alipan thinks the other way. Let's just do it in order. It's I guess that's simpler for me, and we're gonna save all of the good stuff for the end. We're gonna have all of the clips in one big go. I think that's a nice way to end it. I guess. France takes to the stage. Don't want to read about that. I guess we're gonna read about Italy before seeing the images from France. Let's just do that, I guess. It's time for Italy's Marco Mengoni to perform his beautiful ballad Due Vite. Marco is a huge star in Italy, and it's not his first time at Eurovision. He represented Italy back in 2013. He's had multiple platinum albums in his 13-year career and won plenty of awards too. You can find out more about him below. We asked Marco how much sleep is enough sleep, and he replied, I think it should be 8 hours, but I don't remember the last time I slept that long. Same, Marco. Yeah, if I always start like these streams so late that I never get 8 hours either. I need to switch up my streaming schedule, but they don't release all of the stuff until too late of the time. This is not Marco's first time at the rodeo in 20. Yeah, we know this. We know this. Marco's enjoyed great success since then, and at the time of writing, he's released 7 studio albums that, between them, have gone 69 times platinum. Nice. Don't even. Oh. This is the humor my students have. My 13-year-old students would say, 69. Nice. You're a professional journalist for Eurovision. Stop it. Stop it. Don't grind my gears. Ready to seduce Liverpool with a heartbreaker of a love song, Marco's Due Vitae is the lead single from his upcoming album, which is the third in a trilogy called Materia. And there is no rest for Marco, as after the Eurovision Song Contest he'll be heading off to perform concerts in Italian stadiums, including a grand finale at the ancient Circus Maximus in Rome. Alright, I'm happy for you, Marco. Let's see what's next. Italy takes to the stage. And then we're gonna read about Ukraine. Okay, we get no images. We're just gonna read for now. After a very long journey from Kiev to Liverpool, we're delighted to welcome Tvorchi to the Eurovision stage for the first time, hoping to repeat the success of Ukraine's Kalush Orchestra and retain the Eurovision title for another year. Heart of Steel is a song about bravery and the unbreakable will which makes you who you really are. You can find out more about Jeffrey and Andriy on the link below. Andriy's drag name would be Charlemagne Monroe. This is a very classy choice, and we definitely approve. Okay. Tvorchi. Reigning champions Ukraine are sending duo Tvorchi to defend their Eurovision title. Jeffrey and Andriy, two friends who met at university, have enjoyed plenty of domestic success with 4 albums and several hit singles to their name. In the years since they started recording together, the pair have released 4 albums, with each of them hitting the #1 spot in Ukraine's main music chart. Their latest album, Road, even beat Kanye West and Drake to the top spot and racked up more than 3 million streams. As might be expected, Heart of Steel is about bravery. The team says the song is about being free in your actions, expressions, and thoughts, and to keep going no matter how exhausted and wounded you are. It's a nice way to put it. Ooh, that's a fancy. This looks fancy, and this looks, well, it looks. I'm not really sure what to make of it. It looks like something, but I can't really pinpoint it. Like is it like in E.T. when these guys are like dressed up in these kind of suits when they go through these tubes around the house? Don't they kind of look like that? I don't know. Whatever. We got images from Italy. Wait, wasn't France before? Okay, we're gonna look at Italian images. We're gonna look at Italian images. Let's do it. We're not getting a lot from this. Very like kind of a lack of lighting altogether. Like it's these sole spots that carry a lot of the purpose here. The roof seems to be very turned down, which is quite nice. It's very like what's it called? Very focused on like grayscale, I guess. Not really adding a lot of like color to this. It's gonna be all about him, really. Yeah, the images aren't really giving us much. It's a very bare bones kind of staging. Really relying on a very like gray kind of color pattern. A bit of blue here, but it's very similar to the other lightings we've done. Some nice smoke here, I guess. Oh wait, there's something going on in the background here. So there is something, but we're not really allowed to see much of it. We haven't really seen much of it, so I mean, it looks promising, but we need to see more before really like making anything out of it. But it's probably gonna be very heavily focused on him, and the song on its own as well. very like kind of going by the standards of simplicity is key, I guess. There's nothing really fancy going on here. It's just gonna be all about the song and him performing it. So that's a nice touch. I think it might work for it. We'll see. Uh, okay, now we're gonna read about Spain. It's a very unstructured kind of progression in this. Um, uh, France's images came very late. Okay. All right. I guess we'll just see when they arrive. We'll ignore it for now. We're gonna read about Spain. One of the best things about this afternoon's rehearsals is that every performance is completely unique. There are no two songs from the Big Five or Ukraine this year that sounds remotely similar. Yeah, that's a good point. A disco chanson from France, a rock anthem from Germany, a power ballad from Italy, orchestral R&B from Ukraine, and now some traditional flamenco dance remix from Spain's Blanca Paloma. We asked Blanca Paloma if she has any pets. Her reply was, "When I was a little kid, I raised a duck at home. I would bathe him in the bathtub, dry his feathers with a hairdryer, and we would go for a walk in the park." Cute. I guess that's cute. I don't know about, 3U's cute, but it's cute. Hmm. The Sound of Spain is heading to Eurovision through the voice of Blanca Paloma. Eaya is a song rich in flamenco-inspired sounds and syncopated beats, which is in keeping with Blanca's trademark style of mixing the traditional with the avant-garde and modern pop. The singer from Elche is currently producing her debut album based on the idea of a rite or ceremony that connects us with what is pre-rational and instinctive. Through experimentation and experience, Blanca seeks to explore the parts of our soul that go beyond words. Wow, I'm completely lost in all of this abstract figuring. As a child, Blanca raised a duck in her bathtub. Yeah, we've already we know. Thank you. I'll make sure to not forget about it. Right. What's in the carrier? Yeah, we're not watching this. Sorry. We got some images here. Spain takes to the stage. Okay, images from Ukraine. Let's see. Do we have some? Wait, what is it that looks like this? Wait, I've forgotten. Is it is it the Terminator or am I completely wrong? There's something that goes on like with this half face kind of thing with metallic on the side. I might be completely wrong. I just have a feeling like I've seen something very similar to this before. But okay, let's just ignore that. This is a nice touch with the kind of prop that they got going here with the four screens and they're actually like the space between them and how he can work in the center of everything, covering all of the space basically, like the void in it. Kind of becomes like a cross, and it looks very neat, I'd say. Like these colors a lot as well. Nice use of highlights. Wait, is he has his hands attached to the screens? It's almost like he's lifting them, which I think would be probably very heavy, especially if you hold your hand like this. But okay, nice touch. Really like his jacket as well. It's very. Oh, I just realized that's a heart, and it's like okay, there's some stuff just going out of it. I don't know. It's a very neat color combination on the clothes basically though, and love like this use of yellow and black being like the main color palette. Oh yeah, of course it's all about the sunglasses as well and the doctor gloves or whatever. He's got something going on around his neck as well, along with this ET suit. Um, yeah, looks really cool, honestly. And they actually got the squares all over in the background as well. Yeah, this is neat. This is neat. It's nice how they actually changed throughout as well. It's not only yellow. We got like the mountainous black and gray and blue background, and then we got this red color palette in it as well. And the backing, I think they're dancers, right? They actually have this thing with the face as well, and they got the hearts on the torso. That's such a great shot. I love like these warmer tones coming down from the roof in this kind of yellow brown tone, working with the shadows as the image gets, like, as you get lower into the image. It's just a bit of a shame that they're not in what's it called, in focus, I guess. But he is, at least, so it's a really great shot. Yeah, I like that. Ooh, we got the grayscale as well. There's a very cold tone to it. Nice contrast altogether in this. I think this is one of the more striking visuals from the performances we've seen. This is a performance you will remember from the visual aspect of it for sure. I want to see it in a clip now, and of course I want to listen to the song. I love the song as well. So yeah, I'm thrilled for Ukraine. This looks really great, very very good. I forgot that I didn't even open them from the gallery. I just go for them from here. But okay, we're gonna read about UK as well, and then I guess we can just go from the gallery because then we've read about everyone. So finally for today, it's May Muller representing the UK with her up-tempo bop. This is also a word that they really like writing. I've noticed this word like 10 times. I wrote a song. She's 25 and from London, and performing sassy pop numbers is very much her thing. We have high hopes for this wrapping up the final day of first rehearsals with a bang. You can find out more about May on the link below. May's most disgusting habit is sitting on the toilet scrolling on my phone. Wait, doesn't it? Okay. We're moving on. May is a 25-year-old singer and songwriter from London who writes honest, sassy pop music. She co-wrote her Eurovision entry "I Wrote a Song" with Brit Award-nominated songwriter Lewis Thompson and Karen Poole, who has written for the likes of Kylie Minogue, Lily Allen, and David Guetta, as well as being a founding member of Alicia's Attic. Okay. May's been writing her own music since the age of 8 and was working at a pub as a teenager when she landed her first publishing deal. May has since gone on to release 2 EPs, landed millions of views on YouTube and TikTok, has over 2 billion streams. 2 billion, really? And supported British girl group Little Mix on their 2019 stadium tour. In 2021, May scored a top 10 US hit with platinum selling single Better Days with Naked and Polo G, which she performed on TV shows including Jimmy Fallon and The Voice US. In 2022, May was nominated for MTV, EMA, and VMA awards, and 2023 will see the release of her forthcoming debut album. I did not know that this was a very famous person from before. I don't know this song, sorry. Maybe I've heard it like unknowingly, but 2 billion streams, and I've never heard of her before. Quite unfortunate, I guess. That's about it from everyone, I think. So we're gonna go through some images now. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, images. Spain was next, I guess. Uh, this is like a darker palette than from the national final, isn't it? It looks grand. Love this kind of black tone in it. The red is very like dim lit. Here it's a bit brighter as the song has progressed, I guess. Like this probably like at a specific part in the song. I really like the tone in this. It's a very cold tone for being such a warm color in general. Also kind of nice how it's very centralized like that. And of course got some choreography into the performance as well. I mean, we kind of, I guess we kind of know what to expect from it from the way that we've seen it in Benidorm Fest, but still, it looks like it's just kind of been an evolved version of it. I love the dark setting of this. It looks really neat. This is almost kind of turning into like a purple or like burgundy, I guess. It's a nice tone. And here it's completely like bright and white and some blue spots as well. This is... I haven't seen the performance from Benidorm Fest enough times to really like remember all of the parts from it, but was there really like a lot of white in it? This might be new, but I might also be talking absolute gibberish, so I don't know. Of course, we got this circular structure in the middle as well, which is really nice. Nice layout on this shot as well, how it's so dynamic in image composition, with the emptiness on the left and the more like massive structure on the right, along with the backing group. Great lighting. Very fond of the lighting here. Also becomes quite contained on stage, I'd say. It's a very minimal layout. I really hope that we're not going to have too many wide shots on this one, because I think that the intimacy of this performance is really what could set it apart. All of these shots are very close to what's going on stage. I mean, this is the widest we get. I hope we don't get wider than this from the actual shots, because I feel like this kind of works for really creating a bit of a, not a claustrophobic tone to it, but a very contained one and very close to it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm intrigued to see the clip. Let's see what's next. France. Let's see what that looks like. Similar to the music video, at least in this one, it's basically the music video altogether. Here we got red, we got disc. Wow. That's actually quite impressive. And there's like an elevator thing going on here. A lot of red in the background. Nice work of the spots. The what's it called? Like the reflections from this disco ball pattern is very neat here. They're actually doing the French flag behind the pyro. And then also like completely dim, like put all of the shadow on her, so she becomes a silhouette, and just enhancing the French flag in the background. I mean, it's a fun idea. It works. It's very it's very unique, and you'll definitely remember it. It's nice. Great ideas. Is she just going to be standing on this pillar all throughout, or because we haven't seen anything from when she's down, or is it going to be like kind of an elevator that's going to rise her up in the middle of the performance? That's what I want to know. Um, yeah, it's good lighting, you know. Oh, wow, she's tall. What's going on here? Has she like, wait, because, huh? So are they like, she's basically starting off like this, and then they remove all of this and like reveal this kind of big pillar? I'm intrigued to see what they're gonna do here. This is a performance that's gonna capture a lot of people's interest for sure. Really, like a lot of use of silhouettes as well, which is quite nice. And some wonderful pyro as well. Really relying on red here, but it's mostly just relying on darkness altogether. A lot of shadows everywhere, and then the spots carry a lot of the visual striking imagery, I guess. Yeah, this is a great concept for a performance. I like it. I like it. Can't wait to see it. See what they do with the camera as well, because that's probably gonna be a part of the magic in it as well. UK, last one. Let's see what the images from this one, and then we're gonna move on to the clips. We got a structure here, so she's kind of risen above a little bit, standing on this. It's Sergei Lazarev all over again, except she brought her whole crew here. Did they do that? Ukraine 2008. They did that as well, right? They were up on the boxes, or were they? Were they on top of it? I don't remember. But it reminds me of these performances just from that. Always a bit skeptical with the faces in the background, but I guess that could work if they do something cheeky with it, like throughout the performance, actually like paint some kind of story or imagery with it. Um, okay, so we got some pink and we got some yellow. Very dynamic colors that I'm quite fond of, actually, incorporating both. Let's see how they combine throughout. Choreography, we can see here a lot of faces being scattered all over here. And they're actually cut up, and they're like split in the middle and then just panned to the sides. Interesting concept. Just looks like the faces are kind of spinning back here as well. Just small shots of them. Now we're down on the floor. Wait, so where are the stairs on this structure? Because you can't see the stairs here. But I guess they're gonna fold them out or something, because here obviously they've walked down. And then we got like a red background. A very like light red color to it. We've got some kind of catwalk thing going on here as well that could be quite promising. It's really gonna rely a lot on the attitude, which it seems to have. That's a nice touch. That's like, what's it called? Playful imagery. with how they actually allow, like, you can't see the structure. I guess this is very early on in the song, before it like breaks up the visual trick, I guess, that this kind of creates, or visual illusion you call it, right? A bit fancier. Yeah, choreography for days, I'd assume that this one has. It really looks like it. And here's a lot of pyro and a lot of color and more choreography. Looks neat. Looks promising. Alright, can't wait to see all of these clips now. Let's see if they've actually posted. They've posted the clips, right? They posted the clips, right? The TikTok exclusives are up. Okay, wait. Let me just make sure that I can open this correctly. Give me a second. I think I can. I don't even know. I still have an issue really working with TikTok. They posted them all now. Yeah, I think they're gonna be in a very strange order. Finland. This is not something of it, right? It's your turn to... No. Germany first rehearsal. Okay, it says first rehearsal on all of them. So basically these 6, we're gonna check them out. Germany was, of course, the first one. I hope all of this is just gonna work very conveniently. Oh, God. Wow, that's loud. We're gonna copy the link like that, like we always do. Alright. I hope the audio will be good for all of you. Let's see. No, I don't want to log in. Stop.
Keep your head up in the...
Hello. Hey there. We're Lord of Loss and we're here in Liverpool. We're 5 minutes away from our first stage rehearsal. We're super excited. We cannot wait to see that stage and to finally know how it feels to be on that stage. Yeah. Thank you very much.
See ya.
Bye.
You need to walk like a crab all the time. Welcome. Looking forward to seeing you.
Looks very... Oh, sorry. Looks very promising. I like the concept of basically just the structure on stage mainly, I guess. And the light show is pretty damn great as well. Also quite interesting how... Like, they probably need to... Like, these need to be kind of elevated during the performance, I'd assume. Because you see here, earlier on in the song, they're on ground level, right? The guitarists. And then, like, in these shots, they're actually higher up. But they're on the same place, right? So there's going to be some kind of elevator work with that, I guess. It could be neat. Wonderful light show, great with all of the pyro as well, and I love this structure as well. It's a very visually appealing performance, I'd say, and it definitely stands out. So yeah, good stuff, Germany. I like that. What's next? Ukraine. All right. Let's see. I'm excited to see this one. Really. This one. Oh, I didn't hear. Sorry.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeffrey. My name is Henry, and we are Dvorchi from Ukraine. And we are extremely excited to be here. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. At least 180 million people, maybe like 186. I don't remember exactly. But I just wanted to say to the whole world, we don't feel the pressure. Okay? Everything will be fine. And you just have a good time watching. We'll have a good time performing for you guys. Kisses.
Sometimes you just gotta know when to stick your middle finger up in the air. Don't get what you say, don't get what you see. That's perfect, you guys.
It was awesome. It was was hot. Yes. As you can see, but it was hot in all the right ways. So hopefully, when we get to, the more we get to make the repetitions, you know, we will correct all the necessary things. But for now, hello everyone. My name is Jeff.
Yeah. Let's see. I think this performance has probably okay. Azerbaijan has really great colors, but this is great in a different way. I just love how this has a completely unique tone to it visually. Both love the kind of scenery that they got going for on stage with props and how that's incorporated into everything. Choreography is absolutely there as well. And then the lighting is just something out of the ordinary, especially with the color grading of it, the blue and the yellow, and really reliant on darker tones. And then also incorporating this orange tone to it as well. And I like this whole synchronization with the performance all together when the beat really kicks in. It's such kind of a hypnotic beat to it that it really can get enhanced very easily by choreography, and it works really neat, especially when the color behind is very aligned with what's going on in the song as well. It feels very well planned out, and it's incredibly synchronized, and it just works. I'm ecstatic about this performance. I'm not sure what other people think of it, but yeah, this is for me. This is for me. I love the way that this looks. It has a very aesthetically pleasing tone to it, in my opinion. Love the colors, love the lighting. Performance seems very promising. Love the outfits as well, of course. Look great. What's next? Spain. All right, let's see. You could just see, where was this? This shot, I'm very fond of this one. This as well, like when you have this white part, when everything looks like this, but the movement in wait, let's see, there we can mute it. When it kind of looks a bit like this, you kind of feel like, okay, where's what kind of layout are we going for here? It's just very wide and it's a bit scattered. But the very moment when the lights, like the spots behind, are changed to this position and how it's just completely horizontal, it looks very kind of not kind of like a mesmeric touch to it, I guess, which I think really looks wonderful. And also the incorporation of whatever goes on in her hand here, this lighting, and then how everything turns to black, and all of the light appears here, and just creates such a great like glimmer around it, and then the red gradually comes in. Very nice touch. Altogether, pretty chaotic performance altogether, which it should be. Like also the concept of her utilizing the catwalk here, wherever that, yeah, here. Kind of what we expected, I guess, because she did the same from the national final, if I remember correctly. Colors are all there. The structure works nicely in this as well. It looks good. Love the use of smoke as well. Looks good. Looks really good. What's next? I don't have much to say. Like everything just looks good. Let's see about UK.
Hi, I'm very excited.
Let's move back.
Hello, I'm May Muller.
Hello.
Hi, I'm very excited to do my first rehearsal. I've got a honey sweet in my mouth because I'm just about to sing, so you know, getting it all right in the throat. I'm very excited. I feel like I know what it's gonna look like, but I don't know what it's gonna look like. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm ready for the big reveal myself.
This is welcome. Okay. So while we're here, I'm going to tell you a little bit of the
It was good. I'm happy we got 3 run-throughs because I think the first one I was like, what the hell is going on? But it's amazing. Oh my gosh, the most amazing stage I've ever been on.
We didn't really get to see that much, I think, or maybe we did, but I just didn't really reflect on that. I thought it was a very short clip, and we didn't get to see much of it, but maybe we did. I don't know. But there's a lot going on all the time. A very intense performance with a lot of just wacky ideas being thrown into the wall, and it kind of feels like we just throw everything at the wall, we see what sticks. But I think it kind of works because that's kind of an approach that you should have with this kind of song, I guess. It's very cheeky in that way, and I think it's going to work favorably for it um, because it just fits with the whole attitude and vibe that it has. Nice color, what you call like color palette that they're going for as well. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on the screens, and we'll see how they're actually going to be able to incorporate that with camera work. I think that this is a perfect kind of example for a staging concept that could really be very playful with the camera. Um, and actually like work with the shots to actually highlight whatever's going on in the background. Because if the camera work is poor here, you're just going to be very confused by all of the stuff that goes on behind. Like you need to kind of incorporate some kind of not a storytelling aspect, but a purpose to everything that's actually happening in the backdrop. Because otherwise, it will look really confusing all the time when the camera's just doing wide shots and there's no real point with whatever's going on visually behind it. Concept is absolutely there. I'm looking forward to seeing all of the camera work with it. But yeah, it looks decent. It has it also looks quite expensive, which is a nice touch for them. I think they're going for it this year quite well. Yeah, no what do you call it? Like no complaints anywhere there. And do we only have France left? No, we have Italy, of course, as well. Sorry. We'll start with Italy here. See what that one's like.
Tutte le corse, gli schiaffi, gli sbagli che fai quando qualcosa ti agita.
Hi everyone, I'm Marco Mangoni. I'm about to rehearse for the first time, and I found this wardrobe. I love it. You don't think? What? This shirt is epic.
Yeah, really make sure that we actually have this kind of storytelling aspect in the performance throughout. Like from what we see here is not a lot of like ideas being thrown to the whole staging concept. It's just very pretty and kind of professional in its tone. It's not overly flashy. It's just competently arranged in that sense that everything should just work as a performance that's focusing on him. He sounds incredible. Um, I'm unsure what they're gonna do with the camera work and stuff. Maybe it's gonna be very by the books, and I'm not sure if it's gonna completely floor me. Then I think they need to do something with the lighting to actually emphasize the more hard hitting parts of the song to kind of elevate those. Uh, and well, I mean, it's just personal preference, but I did enjoy. I did like his suit from San Remo, and I understand that he didn't want to have it, but I did like that one, and I did like the color grading that they went for there. But Regardless, I think it has a good approach to it, and it could absolutely work. But I think it's going to come down a lot to camera work, and I think it's going to come down a lot to the overall package that everything is going for here, because this is just very heavily reliant on just being the song and performance of that. It's not really something that's going to focus on any flashy imagery or technical side of things in terms of props or staging. So yeah, very by the books in terms of the layout. Does look like there is some cool imagery with the backdrop here, where there's people sitting on a stair and the moon in the background. We'll see how much they're gonna like use this throughout the song. But the clip that we saw here is mostly just, the backdrop of this. Well, I guess it's the moon or whatever, and then just, well, some colors here and there, mostly just clouds. We'll see what the whole thing is gonna be. Not sure about his costume. He looks like a bin man. Well, um, yeah, I mean, I'm not overly sold on the costume either. I would have preferred whatever he wore at San Remo, but it's his choice, you know. And I think that this outfit works better with the backdrop that they got going here. But the suit at San Remo gave that classy tone to it. Still, let's see France. That's the last one. And this one has many more views, it seems like, as well. Let's see what this one's like.
A lot of emotion. I'm happy. It's like the first step to be creator, and I can wait for no, it's not tomorrow. It's the day after that to do my second. Oh,
There you go.
Something. Wait, I should turn off the volume. Something that I just noticed, like when we saw the opening part of this, great lighting, of course, and then how the dress becomes white up here. That's a nice touch. Look at the camera here. That's moving downwards. I think there's gonna be some kind of cheeky camera movement for the opening shot of the song, which I definitely want to see. I don't want to see any wide shots or nothing like that. Do something playful with the camera, how it joins in and fade and kind of fades in with her, and it pans away. That's absolutely how you should open this song. No wide shots, no random shots from the audience or whatever. Just be creative with the camera work here, because it absolutely could benefit from that. Um, Looks nice as well with how she's elevated like this. I mean, it's a creative approach they got all together. Very reliant on the French flag, like the tricolor, to be the the color pattern throughout. Kind of silvery here and there as well, which is a nice color to it, I guess. It gives it some kind of essence as well. Yeah, just intrigued to see more of it, and especially intrigued to see how it's gonna work with cameras as well, because I hope they're gonna have a bit of a playful camera work throughout the performance. But yeah, looks good. I'm quite impressed with France, honestly. Obviously, I kind of knew what we were gonna see from when we saw the images first. If I had seen this without having seen the images, I would have been pretty like, oh wow, this is an interesting approach to take. But now we kind of knew what to expect, and it looks neat. I do think that there is something creative gonna be happening with the camera. So yeah, I hope we're gonna do that. She's copying Aleona Moon, some fan probably. Uh, in big dress, we gotta copy someone. Um, France went up 2% in the odds since some hours ago. I just checked. Well, I haven't really kept up with the odds at all, but I mean, it absolutely has like a. It's something that's well planned out, and they have an idea and they're executing it well here. Yeah, good overall day of rehearsals, I'd say. What do we think is the standout of today? From the clips that we've seen from the Big Five and stuff like that, I'd say France is obviously something that you should you should really pay attention to, that it's gonna stand out. I love the way that Ukraine looks. That's probably my favorite layout wise, I'd say. Spain seems very promising as well. Germany had a nice touch to it. UK could be interesting. Italy looked, competent. He sounds really good. But the one that's gonna stick with me is for sure Ukraine. France is out there, and I'm very fond of that. I can't wait to see more of it. From the rehearsals earlier, Armenia. Armenia is the one that I'm gonna take with me. So yeah, we're racking up some songs that are really up there. I think it's quite it's a pretty strong selection altogether, and I feel like everyone's kind of bringing a very strong effort to the stage as well. It doesn't really feel like there are too many songs that are just kind of we're not really trying. It feels like everyone's kind of really taking it incredibly seriously. Some more than others. Not naming any countries, but there have been one or two that I've been a eh, bit disappointed with, I guess. But yeah, as American Eurofan says, all of the big five are doing pretty well on staging. Italy, maybe not. Yeah, like all of the clips that we've seen today, they look very promising. We'll see what Italy has in store. We didn't really get to see much, especially of that backdrop and stuff. But Italy is more focusing on the song on its own, I'd say. But all of these have put tons of effort into what they're doing, so that's always lovely. Um, yeah, not sure if we have anything else to cover than that. We got some more images from the five before. Let's just take a quick look at them, I guess. Is there anything new? There's some purple in Denmark. Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued. Like, this thing was gonna spin, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. Like, from the clip we saw today, all of it was just him out on the stage. There was nothing going on with this one, so we'll see how much they're gonna use the prop for earlier on in the song. For Romania, oh yeah, he brought the guitar there for earlier part of the song. I'm kind of, oh yeah, there was gonna be a backing dancer as well. I forgot about that. We didn't see that earlier. Groot Napoli just mathematically secured the title, the first in 33 years since the marathon. Yeah, I was watching the game and then I realized I have to stream. But they were losing back then. But I guess it's done now and they actually managed to score a point or even win. So kudos to Napoli. They've been a blast to watch this season and I really enjoyed them. So I've been a little bit rooting for them honestly because they play some wonderful football. Happy for them. Yeah, Romania. Oh yeah, there was this stuff with him in this. Like it's such a weird outfit as well for him to have on the backdrop with this dramatic backdrop. I don't really think it clicks. Yeah, not really getting too much from this. Feels a bit like a half attempt on this one. To be completely honest here, Armenia is anything but that. Let's actually see if there are any shots with her not being on this platform. Is she really gonna be on that thing throughout the whole thing? This is a wonderful color as well, though, with the orange here. It's a nice touch. And I love this white on black, very contrasting. But she's actually gonna be on the platform throughout the whole thing, I guess. Hmm. Do like me some purple as well. You probably know that by now. I mean, it looks great, but I'm kind of interested. Is she really gonna stick on that platform throughout the whole performance? It's gonna be an effort and a half. Estonia. Ooh, these are some. Wow, we didn't see any of these lights in the clips. These are great. Both the yellow and the green ones. The green ones mainly. This is a wonderful color. This is a nice touch as well, like how the colors are kind of faded. Oh yeah, I remember this shot. Estonia looks really good. I think Estonia looks really good. It looks very good in still images as well. I'd say like this shot and this shot. It's nice color composition on them as well. I think Estonia looks really great. And Belgium, well, Belgium is Belgium. It's just competently thrown together, and it knows what it wants to do, and it does that. Some choreography into it as well, of course, and this pink being the standout color along with the white and black. Yeah, Belgium's good. Belgium's pretty decent. Estonia looks great. Armenia looks great. All of the big five really look really great. With what I would say Oh, this was only Germany. Wait. I would say that Ukraine is my favorite, probably, layout-wise on stage. And this shot is among my favorites too. And I love, like, this color is part of it, and then this color is part of it. And then this with the reds as well. Is this the best shot of them all? It just has this epic tone to it. Yeah. Really fond of what we've seen today. It's been a good little yet another good rehearsal day, I guess, of Eurovision. So I hope that you've enjoyed watching everything from today as well. And I guess there's another day tomorrow, and I guess we're gonna have even more. What's it called? We're gonna have even more rehearsals, and I'm assuming that it's gonna be the second rehearsals for the rest of the semi-2 songs. If it's not gonna be that, please let me know, because then I'm just mistaken. But from my understanding, that is what we're gonna see tomorrow. And maybe there's something else we're gonna see tomorrow as well. Let me know if that's also the case. And I was hoping, and I'm hoping that I will be able to stream tomorrow as well. It's gonna be a bit trickier because it's Friday. I might have some stuff I need to go on a drive for a while, and we'll see when the stream will come up. Otherwise, I guess I'll have to do a big one on Saturday covering everything. We'll see what's gonna happen, but yeah, be on the lookout on my channel if you're interested in seeing everything there. But for now, I'd say yeah, just have a good rest of the night. If it's late where you are, you should go to bed, because I'm heading to bed right now. And have a really great day at work or at school or whatever tomorrow. And I will see you soon again. So take care of yourselves, and bye for tonight. Basically, have a good one.
Ты не со мной сейчас, ты далеко, в разных мирах, жить нелегко. Может быть, только сон может помочь увидеть тебя, коснуться рукой, и снова ночь уходит прочь, твой голос далеко, и я кричу тебе через